GSL Code S.
Oh, wow. Calm down, Skrillex.
Skrillex over here. In the bottom left, I don't know my directions. In the bottom left, we have our Terran player winning that first game. An impressive, aggressive play. He is
OGS SuperNova.
I do like that ID a lot, SuperNova.
It's a good one, man.
It's one of the more memorable Korean IDs. It's not easy to make an ID in your second language either. In the upper right,
Clearly not, as Hope Torture has shown us.
no, clearly not. We have our player. He needs to win the next 2 sets. Can he do it? He is.
Starting Virus.
Remember Hope Torture explained in the interview why he gave himself the name Hope Torture? Because his ID before was Rainbow, which I think is a much better ID.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I just want to torture them by giving them some level of hope that they win, and then they don't do it.
That's not what that means.
I'm like, that doesn't. Yeah, but you just took 2 words, put them together, and decided that you can actually just make that into a word. You know what I mean?
How could he decide such a thing?
Yeah. I'm like, ketchup banana. It's like, well, what does that mean? It's like, well, you think you're putting ketchup on your hamburger, but then it actually tastes like bananas, and I'm like, oh, what? You know?
Wow, what a metaphor that was. That was sick, tasteless.
Yeah, man. Ketchup banana.
Ketchup banana. Holy crap, man. Whenever I don't understand what's going on from now on, I'm just going to be a ketchup banana.
Ketchup banana.
I don't know. I thought he was doing a Banshee build, but it turned out to be only Marines.
Yeah, man. He was doing a ketchup banana build right there.
Yeah. Like, that's actually really funny.
Thank you. I can't tell if we're funny or if we're just delirious and insane right now.
I think we're funny.
I think we're
That's
funny.
what matters.
That's what.
There's no audience. I'm staring into a camera. There might not be anyone watching. I don't know, Tasteless.
That's what I can tell you. You lost your mind years ago, but I'm your best friends. What we did is I just told you had a TV show and we're talking to an empty box.
We're actually in your house right now. It's not in
We're
Korea.
in the basement of my house.
We're in Kansas.
Yeah, man. This is going to be the memento twist at the end of the movie. You were never a caster at all?
No, I guess not. I have a YouTube with 1 follower. It's you.
Yeah, man.
All right.
It's not even a computer that you have. It's this drawing I made, and I just write
It's an Etch-a-Sketch?
Yeah. You're like, wow. I'm getting famous on YouTube.
This is actually getting really sad. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm like, what if this is all true?
StarCraft's not even a real game, actually.
I made it up.
We made it up.
Okay.
I played Terran back in StarCraft 1, but then I became a commentator. I'm like, oh my god.
I'm actually like the guy.
I'm like, just take these pills.
I'm the guy
down.
that
We're gonna
makes
go to the basement.
the mashed potato mountains in the Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I actually just need to go with the aliens when they come. Invent StarCraft on their land so they can have the GSL. They only have 4 fingers, but I have 5, so I beat them.
You beat them?
I'm the champion. I
So those
become the
aliens
next
with
Sir
7
Bonjour.
All the aliens on the forums, I think he's pretty good. His stats are 60% in TVT. Or is he the next Terran Bonjour?
All right, so we have from SuperNova the Marine Hellion Medevac style. Very strong style.
Yeah. This was
Virus, though,
popular around
is
Season 5.
Virus looks like he's going to go for, well, he's actually going to go Siege Tank and Viking, it looks like. And that's going to be a nice counter to it. He's got to be careful, though, because if Virus loses all these units, it could spiral out of control just slightly. And here we go. Oh, nice placements by SuperNova. Very well done. And now that he sees those units, he's going to be pretty keen on exactly what's going on.
Yep.
If you see those units, you're going to be like, all right,
This
there's
is
going to be a medevac as well.
This could spiral out of control, like you did say, Artosis, because he lost a big bulk of his units up there at the front.
Well, luckily for him, he does have a wall in. Luckily also for him, he has a Viking and a Siege Tank. So if he can intercept this medevac and then micro well with the tanks, those Marines don't have stim. It's going to be hard for them to do a lot of damage. And in fact, he's sinking Viking and sinking
He really
Siege
should have
Tank.
put the Viking a little bit farther back so the Hellions couldn't just see.
Well, Virus is he's looking really good right now. He's in good shape. This isn't going to do anything from SuperNova. Even though he lost all those units, he's still good to go. And they'll probably just both have to expand here. But, you know, we might actually see Virus do the... In fact, I know we're going to see him do the pressure. It's like silly if he wouldn't. Siege Tank, Marine, Viking pressure. And it's really strong because he's getting siege mode right now. He already has 2 Siege Tanks. The third will be out before he even thinks about moving. Oh. And hold on.
Oh, noes. Well, here's the problem, actually. And it looks like he will get the medevac basically no matter what.
Oh,
no, what?
Well, he has another Viking actually going towards it, so yeah, he's still going to go for it. And there we go. We'll take it out. Now, that is just great for him. He is going to go ahead and expand, but I really want to see Virus actually put on pressure. With 3 Siege Tanks with Siege Mode, some Marines, and some Vikings for spotting, I mean, he just killed the medevac. There's no real chance for SuperNova to do a strong, powerful counterattack. As dropping is not really an option right now. So with his Siege Tanks against units that are unupgraded and less Siege Tanks, he can actually, I would love to see a pressure.
You can pick up the medevacs, and then you just land the Vikings. This is good.
Now those Hellions trying to run around. I would not even be scared of those, though. He's going to have another Siege Tank pop out at home that can actually...
Oh, God, I think actually losing that many Hellions there, this is going to be hard to stop.
Yeah, and he doesn't even have Siege Mod on the way, so that's going to make it tough as well. But he does have 2 Vikings, which is going to help out immensely. Oh, and he gets the first volley, which is huge.
He needs to drop the Vikings now.
Probably wants to try to lure them over his Marines if possible. SuperNova doing some great zoning here.
Yeah, really nice. And a little bit of back and forth, trying to gain some ground here. And it looks like, looks to me like Virus is not going to get in there. I think there's no way for SuperNova to let him do that as long as he's, microing his units correctly.
He's keeping the top of the ramp, doing a really good job. And without that spotting man, just eradicating some of the Vikings is huge. Now, SuperNova only halfway to siege mode. Virus trying to poke and prod as much as he can still.
By the way, Virus trying to get Banshees now. All right, here we go.
And here we go indeed. Some good siege tank firing by Virus. SuperNova now landing everything, and look at this. He's actually going to clean this all up. Good moves here by SuperNova. And still has a siege tank and all 3 Vikings left. That's actually quite amazing. So,
he's going to go for this medevac now.
Oh, man.
Virus losing. But Virus is falling apart.
He is. And, in fact, he's getting Cloak and Banshee right now. So this is like kind of a desperate move. A lot of times I love seeing a late tech switch into that, like around this time or even a little bit later. But with, against 3 Vikings, all 3 Vikings survived. If they died, maybe. But with now, in fact, he has 4. So as long as he has a scan, that Banshee will die in like 2 seconds.
All right. Well, it's all going to be down to this Banshee here for Virus. He's investing everything into this Banshee. And this is a little bit heartbreaking if Virus loses this, especially after winning that first set over SuperNova. And then playing such an amazing set against Naniwa. You know? To kind of go out into what I would consider to be disappointing TVTs.
I got to say, SuperNova's first TVTs were disappointing. He's been playing great ever since. So.
Right.
And I felt like SuperNova was definitely one of the favorites for this group. And look at this.
All right.
Here it comes, cloaking up.
He has to cloak before he even gets to the base, and that Banshee only has about 35 energy left.
Yeah, how much damage is it actually going to do? He doesn't have a scan quite yet. He's about to get one, though.
And he can actually just push it out with the Marines and then catch it with the Vikings. So I don't believe it's physically possible for there to be enough damage dealt. Oh, my God. He's not even watching.
Yeah, unfortunately not. SuperNova doing something else at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing that was so important.
But
you really got to stay over those Banshees.
Well, you know, the supply difference not that huge, about 90 to 75. We have just 3 more SCVs for SuperNova right now. But he does have 1 more siege tank. He has complete air domination with 4 Vikings and a Banshee against someone with just a single Banshee with Cloak. And then similar numbers of Marines.
All right, let's see if this Banshee runs right into these Marines or if he turns around in time. Yes, he does turn around in time. Very nice by SuperNova. You can see he actually staying on top and babysitting his Banshee like you basically have to.
That Banshee going in. I like this little Banshee harassment right now. A good time for it as SuperNova was trying to move out. He has to send home all of his Vikings. In fact, he might have to use a scan as well.
Nice.
And that's what happens when you have 4 Vikings. Not the most useful thing in the world to have Banshees out.
I'm surprised he made more than 1 Banshee, actually.
Well, when you have
very
Cloak,
clear.
you're going to want to try. But, I mean, yeah, they didn't do nearly as much damage as he really needed them to. But, you know, it's going to be hard for either player to attack each other because they're both going Siege Tank Marine, and the high ground advantage is gigantic.
Uh-oh. Looks like he's going to manage to get the rocks over here. Oh! The Banshee dies.
That's kind of rough.
That's too bad.
You
Because
really
if he blew
want
up some
that.
Marines, he could use the Banshee to just get all those guys. All right, we got another medevac drop coming up here. I don't know if this is a good idea for Alive, considering how low his supply is. If I... Did I just call him Alive? I'm sorry.
you
I
did.
don't know.
I don't know how you did that
Well, I don't know
one.
how he did that.
I don't know if Marine King can beat MVP this game.
I know.
All right, here we go. A nice stem by SuperNova. He does get his tank siege very quickly.
Oh, man.
Oh,
he's going to get
God,
the siege
Virus.
tanks.
Virus
Oh,
in
this
so
this is
much
actually
trouble.
the beginning of the end here.
Yeah.
He actually hit him so hard, got so many siege tanks. He now going to the main, hitting the command center that's trying to turn into an orbital, has to cancel, pick up, moving forward with the siege tanks.
Virus going to have to turn around, go to the main base. He does have 2 facts, so if he can live a little bit longer here.
Oh, is he going to get this orbital?
Oh my God, 70 hit points left. He's going to repair
that
it
was
just
close.
in time.
Meanwhile, another drop over here inside the main base of SuperNova.
SuperNova trying to go after the expansion as well. Doesn't quite work out. Doing a lot of damage to the factories of his opponent, but Virus doing some damage over here. It's a little bit
Virus is
annoying.
doing the damage, but is it really enough? Looks like he's going to try to get the medevac here.
During all this tasteless, we actually had a factory taken out that was making a siege
And it
tank.
looks like the second factory might be taken out as well. If the Spyrus doesn't start paying more attention.
Yeah, this is not the first time he's not paid attention in quite the right area.
Oh my God! I think he's actually going to lose.
He's actually going to lose it, man, because
I
those
think maybe he
Vikings,
wants his tank
he
to
can
pop
actually
out.
just sit those Vikings there and kill it if it lifts off. You know, it's well, what are you going to do if you lift it off? The Vikings deal a lot of damage to it, but he's going to go ahead and attack into these siege tanks and lose everything.
Wow!
None of the siege tanks actually end up dying. 65 supply to 111.
And factory gets blown up.
Yeah.
So
Well,
now the question is, how are you going to stop siege tanks? Oh, let's see if this works. Okay, I have a strong feeling.
I have a strong feeling that SuperNova may, in fact, make it to the round of 8.
Yep, call me crazy, but there's just not much you can do to recover. He's going to get the refineries, so it's going to be even harder to get more factories out because he can't mine gas. Meanwhile, SuperNova just closing in. He's pushing hard. He's going to siege up at the expansion right now.
Well, it's still just pushing everywhere as SuperNova does just so well. Virus finally pushing back in one area, but the damage to his main base is just incalculable in damage.
Yes. Now he's in the tech labs. This is just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. I guess he might want to. No, I guess he can't even do that either. I was going to say drop on the army, but
here we go. Probably no. I don't know if he's actually going to clean this up because more Marines and Sea Chinks come from the bottom. So a lot of damage still done to Virus there. Still SuperNova almost twice the supply, taking the 3rd base during all this, by the way.
stimming and coming in here again. He's getting the SCVs.
Man.
Okay, this game should end in a minute or two here.
Yeah, realistically, I mean, he can't hold it off anymore. Virus only has 1 Sea Chink against 4, and SuperNova's just rallying up non-stop with Marines, dropping in the main base every time he leaves it.
The real-
Cannot hold on everywhere.
One of the major tipping points in this is when he lost those 3 tanks. Virus did. Then you can just use SuperNova can use his siege tanks to bully the other player around the map. Now coming here, getting more SCVs. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's going to go try to break again. Should not actually end up... Well, maybe it'll work because he has so many Marines, but... I mean, is this enough? During all this, he's losing his orbital command in his main.
Oh my God. And another
SuperNova
push is going to come up here.
still about twice the supply. Way more bases as well.
Man, okay, now getting that factory again. I don't think this is the last factory here for Virus.
Well, Virus going to clean this up finally. But, I mean, that is all that does is keep him at basically the same place of half the supply. And when someone has double your supply, they're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, they are.
18 SCVs to 54. Look at
Wow.
that stat, Tasteless.
That's a good stat. Does he have a factory anywhere besides that one that we saw in his expansion?
No, he lost the other facts to the Viking siege tank combo. He does have an armor upgrade that SuperNova doesn't have on the Marines, so that helps. And, well, in actual supply, about 40 of the difference is in SCVs, so still a decent army for Virus, but oh god, attacking this defensive
As
position.
you can see, the
not gonna
spread
work.
here is just too good.
Yeah,
SuperNova just unable to be broken here. He is bamboo right now. Sends the SCVs. He saw that the Marines were picked up. Now he shoots down the medevac. And is this going to be the end of Virus? I do believe that is the case.
down goes the siege tank and all the Marines. The
Sending the orbital
SCVs
again.
killing
GG.
them off, and GG indeed.
Can't really blame Virus for trying his heart out there, but
SuperNova.
look, SuperNova did it. He deserves
Round of
it.
8. Round of 8, man. Pretty sick indeed.
Yes, indeedy. Well done, SuperNova. You truly do deserve to get out of this group. After the impressive game against Genius, you know, he managed to beat Virus. And those games were pretty one-sided. Those games were not, there was not a back and forth. I mean, Virus got hurt early on.
No,
and then-
SuperNova crushed face the entire time, Tasteless. He was the brain smasher there.
crushed that nerd's head like it was an empty can of Hot Six.
Wow.
Yeah. That's right. Well, very interesting results. I'm so excited to see Naniwa especially Naniwa, moving on in our tournament here.
Pretty awesome. Nanoa and SuperNova coming out. I think a lot of people thought, I was like, I'm kind of feeling Genius SuperNova, but
yeah, I kind of thought that
Nanoa
too.
might do it.
Yeah, well, one person I didn't
Greatly
expect
done.
to get out despite how well he was playing was Virus. Although Virus played, once again, very, very well. That guy's good.
He's
that
solid.
guy's probably going to be a finalist very soon. Naniwa was the one where I wasn't sure if my own bias was actually getting in the way of my ability to be an analyst, and a commentator. I'm like, wouldn't it be so cool? I really like Naniwa. I like his games and everything. Will he actually get out, though? I don't know. This is a very good group. Virus, SuperNova, and Genius. But Naniwa so far seems to be playing better than everybody. All right, let's go ahead and take a look for the sake of summary at today's match results. We're going to put it on the screen for you guys now.
Nanoa in first place with 2-0. SuperNova, second place, 2-1. Virus, third, and Genius, unfortunately, in fourth place. Those guys both dropping down to round 3 of Code Egg. Don't worry, good chance that they'll be back.
And I believe we're going to go on to what the round of 8 looks like now. So we have no idea who SuperNova and Naniwa are facing. For all we know, we could have a Naniwa SuperNova final.
That's true. We could.
We could have that.
I wouldn't mind that either. I would like that a lot.
All right, so tomorrow, same time, same place, MVP July, Hero, and Leenock.
The only 2 Zergs left in the tournament. Can one of them or both of them make it out against Zerg Killers MVP and Hero?
I really hope that both the Zergs make it out. I like Hero's play. I like MVP's play, but I want to see more Zergs
More
in the
diverse
GSL.
round of 8, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be sad if at least one Zerg didn't, but the thing is, I actually really like all those players.
Yeah, no, me too. Well,
I like everybody, Tasteless. That's just...
We know that's not
I'm a
true,
happy guy.
Tess.
No, that's very not true. I like everyone in that group, though.
Yeah, they're good. They're very good. Good work today, Artosis.
You too, Tasteless.
We casted a lot more than we normally do, and normally we cast an insane amount. Normally we cast more than a news anchor at election night.
It's true.
But yeah, we did that off the record today, so I'm going to sleep well tonight. I am exhausted. But do tune in tomorrow. We're going to be casting that. Then we go straight from the cast to the airport, and then from there.
When the plane lands, we go to MLG.
Yeah.
And then as soon as MLG is done, we get on a plane and go directly to GSL.
We're crazy people. We're actually crazy people. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We love you guys, and we hope you tune in tomorrow. Please check out the Off the Record that we did earlier today.
It's really
a lot of fun. Yeah, great show. And we will see you guys in 24 hours, so take care.